Good, everybody. This is Lone Eagle 112358. Thank you for joining me today. I appreciate it so very, very, very much. Really do. I really do. Oh, camera fell. Hold on a sec here. I'm out of breath. I'm running around all my house, doing things at the last minute. A 10 minutes, s'il vous plaît. I always run behind. I'm that type of person that does everything at the last minute. You know, can't help it. Been doing it my whole life. But thank you very much for joining. Just let me catch my breath, please. Wow. Ran up and down the stairs like 5 times in the last minute. I'm like, oh, I forgot this. Oh, I forgot that. Also, I just finished training. Well, I was doing like body warm-up exercises and tried to meditate, but couldn't get that off, so... See here, let me fix up this window. Okay, that looks good. Sorry for the lateness. Hope everybody's got their water today. I'll start the show off very shortly. Oh, where's my phone? Here we go. I apologize for not running the show yesterday. Life happened at the last minute, so had to take care of business, but, you know, what can you do? Eh? What are you gonna do, huh? Cheers. Let me see what's up with chat. 10 minute. Good morning to everybody. I'll give a shout out shortly. All right, here, like, oh yeah. Just make sure my ringer's off so I'm not interrupted. Oh, it's 11:11. It's 11:11. Well, my phone says it's 11:11. Hold on here. What's the computer say? Oh, it's 11:11. What a perfect time to start the show. What a perfect time. I'm just going to jibber jabber here for 5 minutes and then I'm going to start talking about what I've got on this piece of paper. Wherever that went. I'm so unorganized. I apologize. But a lot has happened, man. Like this morning I woke up to an amazing Mandela. And I cannot wait to share this with you guys. It's on Tech Before It's Time. It's on... everybody's favorite series. I cannot wait. I'm going to spend all day putting this together and it's going to be pretty cool. It's going to be pretty cool. Has nothing to do with photography or pictures. You know, and I'm really excited. Whew, sorry, I was just doing air squats, like body squats. Well, I was holding actually 20 pounds in each hand, but I just did a bunch and I was like, oh my God, I got 5 minutes. So I did a whole bunch. So I'm still like breathing heavy and sweating. In 10 minutes. All right. Here, I'm going to pin some islands. We're going to do this for about 5 minutes. I'm going to pin some islands, ladies and gentlemen. I'll pop in on the chat and then give a shout out. Then we'll start the show. Hope everybody's week is going well or went well. TGIF. Oh, I heard a ring. Someone subscribed. I heard a ring. Man, it's too bad there's a delay because I like to get on those right away. Allison Sage, thank you for joining the channel. Welcome to the jungle. I appreciate it so very, very much. I really do. So, thank you. TGIF. Oh, don't mean to scream in the mic. Let me push that one back there a bit. But yeah, I should release this Tech Before It's Time video by tonight. I just came across it this morning. I just downloaded a whole bunch of videos. I'm on it. And it's pretty cool, actually. It's pretty cool. So that's a channel update. Oh yeah, what am I doing here? Oh yeah. the Caribbeans. Boom. Let's continue. Oh yeah, I need to turn on something else. La la. And I think I found a solution to this dead air. I'm gonna try it out on the next live stream. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna try a live stream around 2 o'clock today, and it's only gonna be about 5 or 10 minutes long. I found like a shortcut to play music. Well, it's not a shortcut actually. It's just a cool way. There's this channel. It's called No Copyright Graphics, and then there's No Copyright Music, and another one, I forget what it's called, audio or something. And you're allowed to use these songs for free. It's the ones I use on all my videos. Whenever you hear me use a song in one of my videos, it's from one of those channels. But I totally forgot. And in it says if you're monetizing, you can use it. So I'm like, oh, cool. I'll use this music as background music. They got some really cool yoga stuff. Good mind settling music, grounding you, you know, which would be kind of good for you all day. I listen to that stuff all day. I used to have rap and rock and roll playing in the background all the time. Now it's only like Zen music, and it totally changes your whole surroundings, your whole atmosphere, the energy. And I highly suggest everyone else to give it a try if you haven't already. Just gonna ping some islands here, because that's what I be doing at the beginning of these shows from now on. Start the show with some pinning of the islands. Slowly get that one done. I'll just zone out a bit and chit chat. For everybody that's just tuning in, that's after the live stream, you could probably fast forward. Look in the comments. I'll leave a timestamp so you don't have to see this if you do not want. To everybody that's live, thank you very much for tuning in. I appreciate it so very much. Very, very, very much. See how exciting this is? Oodles of fun. Yo, did you guys... Yo, someone sent me a link to that cough syrup 666. Let's talk about something while I pin these islands. Isn't that crazy? That cough syrup affected collective did that video on 666. Someone sent me a link to that, you know, probably that same day, and I was like, this is too much, man. This is too much. Cough syrup 666. Are you serious? Man. Oh, it's in the wrong file. Oh, well, I'll move it later. Yeah, man, I saw that video this morning. I'm glad someone... And she's really good at covering Mandela's, like, in-depth information. It's, like, one of my favorite videos. Like, I just loved all the information in it. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. You know? But that's crazy. Like... Seriously, 666. Do you know that through this whole time that I've been watching satanic videos and how Hollywood is satanic and how this number 666 is everywhere and how this is the sign as well, and I don't mean to throw that up, I'm just showing an example, but it's just the people would have used that as an example. You know what I mean? The people would have used that as an example. You know? They're like, look, it's everywhere. Like, we would have heard about that through satanic videos, documentaries, all these YouTube videos that we all watched as we all became awoke. Awoke. We would have heard about 666. Cough syrup. Telling you. That blew my mind. When I saw that link, when someone sent me that picture, I knew that it just solidifies everything. Like, I've already 100% on the wagon anyway. I don't need any more solidification, but man, that just another nail in the coffin. Unbelievable. Cough syrup 666. Give me a break. Let me know what you guys think on that. What was I doing? Hope everybody's got their coffee. One cream, one sugar. I applaud those that drink black coffee, by the way. Good job. I'm working on it. I used to take a lot of cream and a lot of sugar. I'm working on it. See how fun this is? You know what's a good channel to watch? Sorry, I don't mean to leave dead air. You know what's a good channel to watch for like weather and stuff like that, and for world anomalies and changes that are happening? Is Mr. Hold on here, because I really wanted to share this with you guys. I'm pretty sure you guys already know about this channel anyway. He's very active, but I wanted to share this with you because I'm going to be making a video, and I get a lot of the information from this gentleman, so I want to put his name out there. He's got a really, really good channel. Mr. MBB333. This guy's on top. He puts out like 3 videos a day. He gets a lot of info from people. A lot of people tune in on him, email him. A lot of people send him on the spot news changes, world changes. If you want to be up to date with what's going on in the world, this is your guy. His channel has inspired me to look further into the weather changes and the anomalies, and one of them is the water receding. You guys know about this, right? The water receding everywhere around the world. I can't believe it. And the water that's receding is happening in the areas that we as a community that cover geography together, they're happening in the areas where I once thought the land was growing along the coast. Just let me show you. I'm sitting here trying to tell you. I gotta show you. I'm making a video on it. And I encourage those to go ahead and make a video ahead on me, because I'm making like 20 videos right now. I need to relax on the videos. But right here, okay, I had Noble D come on and, you know, remind me that, yo, guy, you gotta look closer. So I did. I looked closer, and I agree that this coast is receding. It's going back. Okay. He put out a video like, where did 25 million Americans go? I don't know. Where did the land go? You know what I mean? But on Mr. B's video, I'm just gonna call him Mr. B. No, I can't. It's Mr. MB. B333. Mr. MB. A lot of his water anomalies that he's saying that the water is retreating is on this coast. And other coasts that I'm gonna cover, but I'm just showing you guys an example. That he's like, and the water's receding here in Florida, and we got people showing pictures, emailing pictures of the water just totally receding. This is not normal. And I'm like, that's in the area where we're talking about where the land is disappearing. And we see it right here on Google Earth. I'm excited because I came across this. I came across this 2 days ago, and I'm like, I gotta cover this, man. I gotta cover this. But I'm already doing a lot, so if anybody else is watching this and wants to do this, go right ahead. The water is heating up in the Gulf of Mexico. Really? Wow. Yeah, I can't wait to look into this. If you guys want to start shooting me links with weather anomalies, man, I'm starting to have problems saying that word. anomalies. Shoot me a link. Or better yet, shoot it to Mr. MB. He knows what he's doing. He uses a program like this right here. I'll show you guys. I'm going to start the show right after this. Actually, I think I already started the show without really announcing it. but he uses this type of program, Ventus guy. Awesome. Pretty good program. Look at this right here. Do you guys want to see some messed up patterns in weather? Okay, here, before I show you this, okay? Here, I'm going to go to the blank screen here. I'm just going to go down to the blank screen. So big shout out to this man. Go check him out. Go sub to him. Now, before I show you this Ventus guy and the weather patterns, welcome to the show, everybody. Let me give a shout out first. Because the show is going to start. I might as well start with that. Let me get my pad and pen. Now, where's my paper? Where is that paper? Uh-oh. Anyway, let me give a shout out first. I'll turn the globe on. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining today. I hope everybody has their water with them and their coffee or tea. I'm sorry, I keep forgetting. I leave the tea out a lot because I'm not a tea drinker, but enjoy your tea. Do you guys put sugar in your tea if you do drink tea? Is that blasphemy? Is that just as bad as putting sugar in your coffee? I see some people putting sugar and cream in their teas. All right, let me do a shout out. Let's do this. Let's do this. Colin Matthews, good morning, sir. Jonah James, good morning. Colin Taylor, Jane Helm, Crystal Keith. Haven't had a smoothie in like 2 weeks. Switch it up now. I love oatmeal. Oatmeal in a toast with jam on it. Here's a good little trick, because what you want to do with oatmeal and porridge and stuff like that, whatever you would like to call it, is that you don't want to be loading it up with brown sugar. A lot of people put brown sugar in it. I put a little sprinkle in there, like a teaspoon, but then I make the toast. But then I get like 50% less jam, and I spread it on the, I use that, and I dip it in the oatmeal, and I use that as a sweetener as well, and then you get your bread. I like bread. A lot of people don't eat bread, but I get it. But I switched to oatmeal now. What's up? Oh, skip the thing here. Jenny, Candy Cupcakes, good morning. The Wrench Crew, thank you for joining. Bobby Chicken, T-Box. Everything's okay, thank you very much. Let me talk about my sickness for a sec. I think that's twice since I've been Mandela affected that I felt like I got sick. I got all the symptoms. I was like, oh my God, I'm hot, I wake up, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, runny nose. In the past, this type of cold that I had a couple days ago would last like 4 or 5 days, maybe 6. It would start off slow, get heavy, then, the cold. They don't do that anymore. And I noticed that with my past 2 colds. And this last one, I got sick. And I was like getting ready for it. I was like, oh my God, as if I got sick during Mandela. I was like trying to be that guy who never got sick anymore. But I was like, okay, I'm sick. Got ready for this long week. Yeah, I woke up the next day, it was gone. Nothing. I felt energized. I felt brand new. I was like, man, what's going on here? I was supposed to be sick. Thank you for asking. Just wanted to give everybody an update on that. Refurbished Anna, thank you for joining. Hadley Jennings. Rob Jansen. Dad, what's up? Good morning. Peace. Troy, what's up, man? How you doing? Good morning, sir. TGIF, eh? Hello, Angela. You're running errands. Cool. What's the weather like out there in sunny California? Charkay. Good morning. Phantom 2. LM Stewart, good morning. Sherry Stein. I'm here. Yeah, I know I'm way behind. Here, let me fast forward. Holy cow, am I ever behind on comments. There we go. Let's love up. Parisa. Ninja Cat. Jennifer Norris. Rain on Plains. Everybody, thank you for joining. It's very awesome. Long Reach 1. White Horse Rider. Good morning, everybody. Or good afternoon, depending on where you are. Jeff. I like it. I like that it's just Jeff. What's up, Jeff? Landon Pets. Miss Danny. Good morning. Alright, I got everybody. If I didn't, it's because you just joined, and I'll hopefully catch you at the end. Akiba, good morning. Yes, thank you. I'm glad I just saw your name. I can't find my list. I'm supposed to have a list. You guys know my little list. I can't find it. Just give me one moment. Huh? It's not over there. Huh. Interesting. Nope. All right. So Akiba, I'm gonna make so this is great. I'm putting out a video soon on how everybody can make a video easily. Just in case you're curious on how you can make a video, upload it, what type of software to use, hardware to get. A lot of people don't know about this, and the more the merrier, right? I believe in that. So I'll be putting a video on what the things I use to make videos. So that'll be coming out very shortly. Thank you for joining. Awesome, Jeff. Thank you for being there since the beginning. Thank you very much. That's awesome. What stuff disappears? What kind of stuff are you talking about? All right, let's get this party started. So there's a list. Hold on a sec. I gotta go check. Yeah. I don't know what happened to this piece of paper I had. Weird. Okay, well, I'll find that and I'll talk about the comments that were in the last video in the next video. I apologize so very much. There were a couple things I wanted to talk about, but I do not have the time to find that. So I'm going to have to do this show freestyle. Great. Awesome. Let me think here for a bit. I do know that I have some things bookmarked that I could share. So I got some people asking me, like, I want to talk about this first. It's like, how do I deal with trolls or people that are being negative? Because we all seen the video yesterday with Moneybags and the confrontation he's having, and it's unfortunate, but that's gonna come with this territory, man, and it's really unfortunate. But a lot of people, I get this all the time. They're like, Lone Eagle, love your work and love that you could just plow through everybody's negative stuff like that and don't know how you do it, but good on you. And I get that comment a lot. And thank you, everybody that sends that type of love and just says that type of, it just makes me that much stronger, and it makes everybody that much stronger, So I used to have this thing where I would just put people on block. I'm like, okay, you want to talk negative, like, I can't have you doing that on this channel because being fearful like that, it's just, it spreads more and people can't hear that, you know. But it's not cool to block people. What you can do is delete comments. You know, you don't have to engage in people's confrontations. You really don't. There's a lot of great comments in those sections yesterday, in both videos, by the way. Just don't, you know, evil begets evil. You know, I've always believed in that. You know, I'll say this. I have a really faulty side. I'll come out straight up and say this, is that when I engage with trolls, they're like, hey, Lone Eagle, you suck, your voice sucks, blah, 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 your shit. I'm like, yeah, you suck. I'm like, blah, blah, blah. The child in me comes out. I'm not going to lie. I'm immature. I still have a lot of growing up to do. So does a lot of everybody else. A lot of us are like, you know, I'll just speak for myself. I'm 40, but really, inside, I'm probably like 20. No joke. I've had to spend the last 10 years of my life from growing up inside as a little child to fixing that, to forgiving everything that had happened to me in the past, forgive myself, forgive others, to grow, you know, because everybody's, you know, I'm 40, but I'm not really 40. Inside, I'm still a child, so I still lash out, but I've controlled that down so much in these last years. It takes a lot of work, but how do I deal with this is I just don't feed them. I don't feed the trolls. But what happens is that someone leaves a comment like, you suck, your shit sucks, blah, 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 you know. I tend to respond in the same way. I'm like, yeah, you suck. Your videos suck. Look at the shit you're watching. Blah, blah, blah. And I move on. I delete. It's my channel. And they know this. And I don't feed into it. I won't make videos about it, but I can talk about it. I won't point people out. But the best way to fight the negative trolls, in my opinion, is to keep making videos with as much honesty as you can. Don't make shit up. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying Moneybag's making shit up at all. I believe what he's saying, that these things are effects to him. And I'm not talking about that beef specifically, because there's many channels talking about many different things, many beefs. This one just stood out a lot because I just happened to catch it first thing yesterday morning, and I left a little comment. And I'm just like, this is insane. This is happening everywhere. You know? There's something going on in the world where there's a lot of ugliness being shown. There's people that I've had to delete and block. I've unblocked everybody, by the way, and I'm just like, and they came back to like, as if you blocked me, blah, rah, rah, you know? I'm like, that's why I blocked you, because you still came back after me after I blocked you, and it's still mad, you know? But I get it. It's my fault for being immature. When I block people and I say, oh, you suck too, I have fallen to their game. I have stooped to their level, and I do it like once a week. It sucks, but I fight it all the time. When I do it and I hit enter, I do this, and I'm like, oh, not a good move, Lone. I'm like, I know. That's how you deal with it. So, you know, recognize it from yourself within, you know, and then you could see it in other people. It's easy to walk away. I could make lots of videos. There's a lot of people talking bad about me on Facebook. I see it all the time. I see it in other people's videos and channels and comment sections, but I don't engage because it gives them power. I don't see anybody making a video on me yet. You know, I've been waiting. I'm waiting here every day, just waiting for somebody just to tag me. It hasn't happened. Don't know why. Just don't feed into it. Don't call people out. That's just my opinion and how I deal with it. You know, I don't call people out. I just sit there and I'm just like, how can I sidestep this? How can I show this guy love? How can I show that it could be a girl too? And believe me, there's a lot of girls, women in the Mandela world that, whoo, it goes the same for both sides. It has nothing to do with gender, age, size. Fear knows nothing. It just gets in there, it doesn't matter. So I just want to speak on that for a bit in case you guys come up. There's a lot of channels that get beat up by negative comments. It stops them from moving forward. I'm like, don't do that. Just immediately when you see that comment, just delete it. Get rid of it, because it does nothing for you. Don't delete comments though that people just have a different disposition and they're being polite. Look at all my channels. I have so many people disagreeing with me, but I don't remove them because they're disagreeing with me. I only remove them because they're saying, Lone Eagle, you're shit, your channel's shit, the video sucks, and this isn't a Mandela because blah, 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 blah. And they'll leave like this really good theory on why it isn't, but y'all, sorry, you called me a name. Goodbye. It's got to be, you know, more on it. So I just wanted to say that, you know, there's a lot happening on both YouTube and Facebook. I went on YouTube today, or Facebook today, and I came across the same type of stuff. I'm just like, wow. Wow. It's everywhere. Hold on, I'm trying to find my love file here. Where'd it go? There we go. Oh, I moved a file. That's not there anymore. I have to find that file. What? Oh, I can't show it. You are not alone. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Just gonna hit the chat for a sec. Lone Eagle, ever hear or read about the island that vanished on the west coast of Ireland? I'm just catching up with comments, everybody, so just give me a moment here. On the west coast of Ireland, would you happen to know what that island is called? There are a lot of little islands everywhere. If you could just be more specific. I'll keep an eye on that, though. Thank you. Phantom. Angela at 64. Sun. Light smattering of. Oh, those chemtrails, huh? Now, if you're still on, Angela, does the chemtrails, are they attributed to the fog, or the fog attributed to the chemtrails? Is that how that works? Like the chemtrails go over, then the chemtrails, I guess, is that how the theory is? Because I've never really looked into chemtrails. It's just too much. It's too much. But that's cool. Holla. And if you have a specific question for me that you want me to cover in chat or on live stream or whenever, because I do watch all my videos after I watch the chat, just hit @ and then Lone Eagle and it'll stand out. You know, like when the name goes all orange, I'll definitely cover it. Hopefully it'll stand out. David Crawford, hold on. Yeah, I saw your message yesterday. Here, if you're still on, let's do this right now. You're eager to know what this is, and I looked this up yesterday. Now this here, David Crawford's been online. He was on the channel asking everybody questions. He sent me a message. He's looking into the islands here. I believe these are the Philippines. Yep. Oh, I don't know. It's right in the middle, but right between Philippines and Indonesia. And he's asking everybody, what is this? Now, when I come across things like this in the middle of the ocean, and I've come across nothing like that, like not that type of structure, but what I tend to find is that they're on really shallow reefs like this, or corals, or whatever this is, an atoll, and they're usually some type of like refueling station, you know, or some command post for the army, because in this world, and I'm not saying that's what it is. I just haven't looked into it, but I'm glad you're on and that we can see this, because you did ask like 3 times now. But things like this, I find on the atolls all over the Pacific. All these islands you see here. All of this. All those little red dots. You'll find not structures that look like that, but little hub stations, you know, and you're like, what is that in the middle of the ocean? And you look into it, you're like, oh, they're just refueling. But you know what? I'll just write down David Crawford and I'll know what to look up later. But thank you very much for sending that in. I do not know what that is. Let me go back to this picture while I tune into the comments. What do you guys think this is? I mean, it looks like boats would park right here. You know, it's just like a dock. You know, a walkway. Lone, how's the painting coming along? Pfft, I haven't painted yet. I'm still messing around this living room. It's come to a complete halt, actually, but every time someone walks past that painting, they're like, man, you gotta finish that, dude. They really like it. I can't wait to share it with you guys. Like, thank you for reminding me. I gotta get on that. Gotta get on that. Some trolls feed off your negativity. Don't feed the trolls. Save your energy. Yep. I'm old enough to be your little brother. Trolls are cute, yeah. Trolls, it's fun to watch. And I don't, you know, it's fun to call them trolls because that's what we've put them under. I'm just like, oh, I don't know. I don't know if we should call them that, you know. It's like kind of like uplifting them, you know. They like titles like that. They like, you know, negative people like negative titles and negative things, you know. They're like, oh, I am an asshole. So what? Yeah, I'm an asshole. It's because the whole world sucks. And F you, I've got to stand up. I'm like, don't call them an asshole. It's just empowering them. Anna Ellington, good morning. Siofra? Ashling? Is that how you say Siofra? I thought it was Sophia. I read it quick and it was like, went to say your name. I'm like, oh, wait a sec. It's not Sophia. My apologies. I don't know. I don't know what they call the trolls. I really don't. I just don't call them anything. If you don't pay attention to them, you don't have to call them anything. You know? But I get it. I get it. Who knows? Who knows what they call them? Who knows? I honestly need this piece of paper. Hold on. It's bothering me because it was just here. I just swore. Because it's the basis of my whole show today. And I don't remember. It's a little embarrassing, but not really. I think I found it. Oh, no, that's not it. Alright, whatever. So let's do some geography. I don't even know where to start. Where do you guys want to start? Let's do some geography. Just pick a con. I could talk about anything, anywhere, anytime. I just tried to pick something. I don't know. Hello, Mimi. But you guys want to talk about something you want to talk about? Here, let me show you the border. Let's start with this. Because really, there's like 1,000 things I'm looking at right now. A lot of people are saying, the Great Lakes are changing. I totally agree. But what else is changing is the border of the United States and Canada. Now, where I'm from, in my world, you see this line right here? Whee! That one? It used to connect down here when it went across. Okay, it used to connect right at the tip of Lake Superior because what the States and Canada were trying to do is split the lakes evenly. Unfortunately, they couldn't do it with Lake Michigan because the majority of it was in the States part. So, but Canada got a top portion of Lake Michigan. They have no part of the lakes of Lake Michigan now. None. And they're starting to lose all of Lake Superior. You can see right here. All right. That's huge. And I've got a video coming out called Canada's Disappearing. Like I said, I'm redoing all my videos. Canada 2.0. Okay? All my videos that I'm redoing, they're going to be called 2.0. But in this, you're going to see that this line used to come up here, and it used to split evenly, and then they would come down here a bit, right? So Canada could grab a piece of Lake Michigan. I said Michigan, my bad. Split Huron evenly, and then the rest seems okay. Like, I mean, we're splitting hairs after this because the rest of the lakes are being split evenly. But that's what the Great Lakes were about with the America and Canada. They split them evenly. I remember this. I've seen this on maps. Now, America is gobbling up all of the Great Lakes. It has most of Lake Superior now. Has all of Lake Michigan. Is slowly starting to take a hold of Lake Huron. I gotta keep an eye on this right here. Right here. I'm gonna watch that change eventually. But anybody that lives in this region or this side of the world and knows about the Great Lakes, you're gonna just take a quick look. That makes a lot of sense. Why would Canada, when they were splitting up this land, why would Canada be like, okay, yeah, you could have all those lakes, yeah, no problem. They split that up. That was part of splitting up the two nations. So that's huge. Let me know what you think about that. Colin Matthews, if we trace the globe, does the change affect what we traced after that? Definite yes. I've stopped tracing to a point. Okay? I'll talk about that quickly. I'm actually making a video on this. I got so many videos on the go. Here's my problem. I'm not really good at organizing, like constructive, like I have a lot of messy notes. I was never really good at having like a calendar on the wall and planning my day, freestyle everything. The downside of that is that you could keep building up projects, but then it just builds up too much. I could make like 20 videos right now. I don't, because I'm like this person I gotta get everything perfect. I have to find a way to stop. But I'm putting a video out on, I just suck at organizing and doing things in a set schedule. But I'll show you right here, right now, what I'm doing a video on. Give you a sample. You cannot trace the land. You cannot, I'll just give you a quick example here. I know a lot of you have already heard me talk about this. This is for the new viewers. You cannot do this, what I'm doing right now. Pinning the land like that. It does not work because your mind is now involved with this land, and I don't know how that works. Okay, I'm still astounded by this new thing I come across. Well, I came across a couple months ago, but you cannot do this. That doesn't work because when the land moves, the tracing moves. I put out a video called, Lone Eagle and Cuba have been Mandela, and I'm showing people you can't trace it. It's impossible. But what you can do, right? And if you want to do this, I urge everybody else to just give it a try. Go trace an island and check for yourself. What am I looking for here? Okay. You set yourself up at a certain elevation and make sure you stay at that elevation throughout the whole time. And what I noticed is that the American border was following this line as well perfectly. Okay. And I was like, oh my God, I'll just trace the grid. And I won't trace the land because the grid can't move. But the land can move. I'm trying to find it here. Hold on. Boom. See the red line? Now you'd be like, oh, it looks like you traced it. No, didn't trace it. I'm on the grid. See, the line is on the grid now. I've traced the grid. And I was able to catch the land moving. Like the yellow is now passing the red bar, and it shouldn't. Because I never touched the red bar before. I'll try and show you an example. I know people have seen me do this already, but again, there's lots of new viewers here. I should put together a little quick skit for this so I don't have to like drag it out so much. I've traced Sicily and Australia, and I've found it moving in both places. Now, some people ask me, is it possible that Google could be moving the lines or something like that? It's very possible. It's very possible, you know. But these lines, they're moving in places where I'm expecting them to move, you know. And I'm like, how did I know it was going to move in that area? Because I'm watching patterns. Where is this example? Oh yeah, right here. This is just a small example. And you know what? I'm going to bookmark this so I don't have to keep searching for it like the way I just did in other videos. Border. Now if you see here, I'm very precise with things, man. I would never trace that like that. I wouldn't do that. Just wouldn't do that, you know? Why would I spend all this time tracing all the grid the whole time, get to this corner and just cut it? I don't do that. And there are many more examples of that going on. So trace whatever you're going to trace. If you're going to trace an island, if you want to trace, let's say, this island here, get to a certain elevation and just start following the grid line without touching it. I would get a lot closer, probably like this. And then I would just start getting as close as I can. Like I'm doing a sloppy job now, right? Without crossing or touching the land, and do that. That works. That works. Sicily, America, and Australia. I've caught them all moving. I caught America moving. Video coming out shortly. Thank you for asking. Someone doesn't want you watching Lone Eagle's videos. You've been logged out. What, it just removes you from live stream? Like, just boots you off? Rain on the plains? Biker Babe 2009, welcome. Good morning. I am Miss Wright. Good morning. Good afternoon to a lot of you guys. Had a great chat about negative people and groups of people we call trolls at the beginning. Go check that out. Yeah, you know, you can't trace it with paper, man. Can't do it. Like I said, you cannot trace land because you become involved. It's like one of the, like, don't love the land, don't love the world or anything in it. And I feel if you're tracing the land, your body becomes connected with this reality, and then you've become tied to it, and then you've now given it some type of control. Every time we shift, it changes as well. But when we trace the grid, it doesn't do that. So no, you cannot trace the paper. Can't do it. Can't do it. Because America is hungry, taking over 300 years in the name of freedom. Yeah. Something going on, man. Something going on with, like I said, America's getting bigger. Don't even know what to think about that. Because here's where it started. It started my very first video I put out. Oh, I just remembered. Because when my very first video, I was looking at Canada because I know all about Canada on a map study my whole life. And I noticed Hudson Bay, James Bay was changing, Nobleness D. You know, when I first watched this video and first heard about him, he was talking about Vancouver Island. And that just catapulted me into making videos. One of the very first things I said was, I was like, oh yeah, look at this border here. What's up with that, Minnesota? You're just taking a piece of Canada? Didn't understand what's going on. Here's what's happening. I'll give you a little exclusive to the video I'm putting out. It's like Canada is being attacked. Canada is not a nice country. There's a lot of people that, you know, lived in Canada, and we have this I don't know if it's persona, or we have this like attribute, not even attribute, sorry. People think of Canada as being like they're the nicest people in the world. They're so lovely over there. Free healthcare. Free healthcare kicks ass. I'm not gonna lie, I like that. You know, I like that. I like that when I broke my ankle that I could just walk in the hospital, they fixed it. Didn't like the breaking the ankle part, but the recovery part was awesome. But, you know, Canada is not a nice place. My people, you know, my mother's a part of what happened to, you know, the genocide of Native Americans. You know, she was in a residential school. She got ripped away from her mom and her dad. This is all done by the Queen. Canada is a monarch, you know. I think that's what they call it, a monarch of the United Kingdom. I'm not really good with politicianing or, you know, political stuff like that, but it's a sister country to UK. We all know this. The Queen's face is all over our money. You know what I mean? And we all know what we think about, you know, the UK and like the type of power that's established there with, you know, the London and the Vatican and Washington D.C. What that happens, you know, Canada's getting gobbled up because it was a bad boy. Canada, you've been bad. So what's happening? Let me show you how Canada's disappearing. Well, we've got the border everywhere moving north. I could see that in all places. Okay? Right here. Boom, boom. I'm watching it. Everywhere. Move north. And I've been watching this happen since this whole thing began. Okay? That's one way of Canada's disappearing. Another way, and I've said this before, with water. Look at all these, the highlighted blue areas. These are lakes, man. Canada was never known as the Million Lakes. Come on, give me a break, man. I would have heard about that. It was known as having the largest forest in the world, which expanded from northern Quebec, northern Ontario, all the way over here. Okay? It was just a giant forest. It was all trees, and yes, of course, there was lakes there, but not millions, okay? Now it's all water. It's all water. Look. Let's start up here, all the way down to here. I could even go as far as grab some of America, a little bit of America. And America's got water in it too, believe me, in a lot of different places. But all this, millions and millions and millions of lakes. Well, not millions, but millions of lakes. I shouldn't pluralize that. 1 million lakes. Okay? It's there. Science proves it. You can fly over these places, look down, you'll see them. Okay? So now we got the northern part of Canada disappearing. And then we got the southern part of Canada being lost and taken over by America. Hey, Riley, how you doing, man? Good afternoon or good morning. So that's what's happening with Canada, y'all. Now you gotta ask yourself, why? Why is this happening to Canada? You know? There's a lot of nice people, don't get me wrong. When I was like, oh, Canada's not a nice place. I generalized there, I apologize. There's a lot of nice people. I'm in Canada. I'm a cool guy. But the majority, the government, you know, the police force here is very racist. I don't know if you guys know about the RCMP and the OPP. They really don't like Native. Well, not all of them, because I went to school and I was in the gym training with people who were becoming OPP officers, RCMP officers. They would talk to me about, man, I feel bad for those natives, man. And I'm like, I'm glad that you have that attitude. I'm glad you're becoming an RCMP officer. We need more people like you on that force. So I do generalize. I apologize. There's a lot of good people in Canada, but I'm talking about it's not that nice. So it's disappearing. What's going on? Why is America getting bigger? Because if you go down to the Mexican border and the U.S. border, the border Here, I'm gonna throw this at you guys. Let me see if I can spark some memory here. The border used to just go straight across. Like, not that. Whoops, hold on. Used to go straight across. Not like this, because the land has obviously changed. But you see this part that's round right here? This should be up more. A little bit further up more. And why? Because it needs to match the Mexican border like this. That's what it used to look like. The Mexican border and the Canadian border, the American border used to be straight. Like, you know, of course it curved in some places. But now what you're seeing is that. Now you're seeing it's a straight line here, straight. Then it goes up. Then it just dives down like that. That's the New World. Old World, it went across and it connected with this, but it connected right here on the Gulf. So this tells me a lot about how much the land has moved. It's incredible. It's incredible. Mexico has changed so much. Cuba is definitely huge, guys. I'm just astonished at the size of Cuba, and it keeps growing. Keeps growing. Here, let me show you guys something about Cuba. Since my last video that I did with Cuba, it has grown. In my video that I made, I went, and this part here is new, right here, blah, all this. Okay? It has grown more since then. Because when I did that video, it was just straight across like this. Okay? There was no land protruding. There was no, like, bump at the bottom. It was just flat. You know? I remember this. But now, we've got this land extending out. Oh, no. I got a new theory. What? I don't know if I should call it a theory. I got a new idea as to what is happening. I just saw this. Okay, I'm going to share this with you guys. I'm going to practice here with you guys. I'd like to thank everybody for joining today. I appreciate it so very, very, very much. Thank you to the new subs. Thank you for all the donations. All these donations this last couple of weeks. It helps a lot. So much. Let's see here. Don't say What was I talking about here? Oh, yeah. I've just noticed something with Cuba that made me realize what was happening with the land. And a big shout out to Nobleness D for, you know, really, what Nobleness D was great. What he did was great because he didn't agree with what I was saying. I didn't understand what I was seeing. My whole channel was based on that, this light blue stuff. And I still stand to that. I just have to separate light blue stuff from light blue stuff. I now have to make two categories for light blue stuff because I'm seeing two different things happen with light blue stuff. The light blue stuff in the ocean that I claim is new are new areas. They're new land. But the light blue stuff on this side, I got to change the name. More name changing coming up next. The light blue stuff on this coast is land receding. The light blue stuff is where land used to be. Somewhat. In this area vicinity, give or take. Here's the thing with Mr. MBB333's videos. He just put out a video the other day. Somewhere in here between Delaware. Sorry, I'm yelling. I'm excited. Let me back up. Somewhere between Delaware and Maryland. Okay? The water receded. It pulled back. And I'm like, what? That's insane. But again, I'm making a video. I don't want to get too carried away on that because I'm just trying to stick to a point here. But my whole channel, I was talking about how this coast is going that way, towards the blue. And Nobleness, he's like, no, man, it's receding. I don't know why you're seeing it like that. Well, he knows why. We all just have different looks on it. But anyway. And then I started really looking. He put out another video, and I started looking again. And then I totally agreed. I'll tell you why. What got me was Florida. you know. This is for all the new viewers. I've talked about this a couple times. But, you know, I have a lot of friends. I never traveled down south. I had a lot of friends, you know, who had families. They had money. They would travel down south all the time. Like, we're going to Florida. March break. We're going to Florida. It's March break soon, actually. And they would disappear for 2 weeks. And they would just drive south to Florida. But now look where Florida is. Florida is now southwest a little bit. Not like southwest in the southwest. But you have to now drive south and then west. And Ottawa is way over Florida. It never used to be like that. You see this? You follow that grid. Boom. Never used to be like that. Florida used to be like this. Just touching it or going over it. You know what I mean? When I saw this, I was just sitting here doodling with the grid one day. I saw that and I'm like, oh my God, Noble's right. The land is receding. But again, I see it as, okay, that's land receding. But here's the thing. On the other side, you don't see the light blue stuff so much. And here's a perfect segue to this. Oh, I'm so happy this happened. Look at California. Guys, check this out. Look at the coast of California. I'm just going to leave it here for a sec. Look at the coast. Here, I'll even pull it down even more. Just take a look at that red line and the yellow line. Look how bumpy it is now. Look at this part right here. Protruding and it forms this weird kind of elbow. You see that? That was never there before. See what I mean? The whole coast was never bumpy like this. Like, look at this. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. See that? It was never like that. It used to be a nice, smooth... It was bumpy, of course. It's the coast. It was rocky. I'm like, oh my God, that's growing. And now I can finally piece it together. Why? Because there's no light blue stuff on this side. There's a little bit. But what I noticed with Cuba is that this grew. But there's no light blue stuff, but there's a steep cliff. See that? I'm excited. Maybe a lot of you are like, yeah, so what? You know, I'm excited right now because I gotta do more insight into this, or look into this some more. But on the coast where there's no light blue stuff, land is growing. Where there's a whole bunch of blue stuff, and look at the pattern. Look at the coast. Oh my God, I'm on fire here. I'll check chat in a minute. Hold on, I can't lose my. Look at the coast. You see all these bumps, all these tributaries. Oh wait. Is it tributaries? Yeah. All along the coast, look, it's getting eaten alive. You know why? Because water is receding everywhere. Oh my Lord. The coast used to be over here, it's going that way. But if you'd see all these rigid coasts, you don't see it that much on this side. You don't see it. Look, where are all those tributaries? There's one. But of course you gotta have one, right? There's rivers on the mainland. We've got this huge San Francisco Bay, but we don't really see those tributaries. You know why? Because land is growing on this side. Yeah, what up? I know a lot of people are worried about, well, what's happening to all the people on the coast? I don't know. There's a lot of people who are affected and are still living on the coast and are still here. So I wouldn't worry too much about that, but recognize it. When you look at it like this, it almost looks like a big bite right here. You see that? Looks like something took a big chomp. But it's weird because we still have New York and New Jersey. Everything's still there like nothing happened. It's so weird. That's so weird. Okay, I'm going to leave it right here. So there's my theory. There's my new idea. Is that we're seeing land grow that way because we don't see all those tributaries all over there. But we see the land over here going that way as well. But we see all the water tributaries on that side as well. Wow, this is fun. This is fun. I'm all excited. Just gonna check out the comment section. Et un minute, s'il vous plaît. R1, good morning, good afternoon. Yuri, good morning, good afternoon. T. Curtis. Mandela, health and stuff. Health and stuff. That is cool. Health and stuff. Because I'm getting back. Oh, yeah, so here's another channel update. I'm getting back into bringing personal training into the videos. Because I did a little bit of it with my vlogs that I was doing. That it's a lot of work to do vlogs, man. I'm not a computer person. I might try to get back into that. But I really want to... I was going to start a fitness channel, but I'm like, man, there's too many of them. But I want to start covering fitness again. How to better our lives, mind, body, spirit. You know what I mean? So... it's funny that I see your name because I'm like, how could I incorporate, how to make 20 different kind of smoothies, into a Mandela. I'm like, well, just got to add a video and just not add Mandela to the title. I was thinking about that this morning, so thanks for joining. Whoa, 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 whoa. I don't know if you guys saw that the offline, live stream just went off on my end. I apologize if it went off on your end. Rally, he says, hi, Eagle. Quantum of Conscious channel, aka Tessa's Rugged? I'll look it up. Did a talk titled Something Has Changed. It's a very good talk to hear. Alright, I'll check that out here. Let me write that down. Michael Lyons says lots of mountains forming around Abagenda, Ethiopia, Africa, 8,000 feet above sea level. Man, I don't know what's going on with the mountains. Look at the Himalayan mountains. Here, let me get you guys' opinion on this, because I really want to cover this. Here's the thing. You guys know how I roll, right, with videos? I just won't make videos for a couple weeks, and all of a sudden I make like 5 in like one day, 3 in another, and then 4 in another. That's happening very shortly. It's happening very shortly. One of them, I was going to talk about the mountains of the world. So I want to get your guys' opinion on this and feedback while I have you here. Anybody that remembers the Himalayan mountain range? And I've been saying this a lot. Let's start off over here at the Sierra mountain range. I could do this with the Colorado Mounties. They're disappearing. Alright, this is getting smaller, that's Sierra, and this whole mountain range up here is just slowly flattening out, leveling out. Sierra mountain range used to be much longer and wider and just bulkier, wider, and it's a little shriveled up thing now. The same thing is happening to the Himalayan mountains. Now, I don't expect a lot of people to, maybe see this right away, but I just urge you to take a look at it and let me know what you think, because Himalayan mountains are dying down. They're flattening out. Something's happening. I'm glad you said that. What am I looking for here? Hold on. Looking for a particular file. I wanted to share it with you guys. But this is very particular for people who watch the globe all the time. I see it all the time. I can't compare it to old measurements and be like, it used to be this many kilometers, square kilometers. Now it's this many. Can't do that. So just wanted to throw that out there. Seems that all the mountain ranges of the world are leveling out. You know what I mean? So to speak. But the fact that you just brought up that this whole area is 8,000 feet above sea level, I gotta check that out. If you guys have anything you want me to cover, just type in @Lone Eagle and I'll cover it immediately. Forgot to tie my hair back. Ralph Winter, good morning. I want to bring up an article I was talking with people on today on a particular Facebook channel. If you guys are on Facebook, check out this channel here. I mean, there's so many Mandela channels, but this one's really good. He brought up the Pillars of Hercules and the city of Atlantis. He's talking about the Canary Islands and Atlantis, and we were talking about this. If you guys would like another channel to look into, this is a really good one. This guy's on point with everything. He's very detailed, sharp, doesn't mess around. So look over here. We'll talk about Atlantis now. Let me turn off those cartoons. So I'll leave it here for a sec. I was just going through the comments, but we will talk about this one next. Et 10 minutes, s'il vous plaît. Here, take a look at this right here. This is a giant lizard blowing fire on top of a giant fish. Oh, falling behind on chat. Interminate. Cuba is huge now. Yep. Baja is much thinner. Yep. You guys remember when Baja, California? Well, do you guys remember when it used to be called Baja, Mexico? And Baja, California? Let me show you guys. Let me remind everybody about this, because Mexico got robbed. Kind of. Kind of. This was split in half. Okay? This peninsula. The bottom part was called Baja, Mexico. The top part was called Baja, California. A lot of people forgot about this, but a lot of people remember as well. You know what I mean? You guys remember that? And this hook. This hook is brand new. These islands, brand new. That's what I'm saying. That hook never used to be there. It just used to be this straight piece of, and it actually used to come down here. It used to do this, by the way, everybody. Just want to sharpen everybody's memory. It used to do that. It never used to jump this way. You see how it's going this way and not this way? Now it's on a slant like that. It shouldn't do that. It should be more over here. But again, just showing more evidence that this used to be flat, but now it's got two bumps on it. Right there, right there. That's land growing. From my observation, more on that in the future. Oh yeah, I gotta go back to Atlantis before I forget. Alright, Jason Megard at Lone Eagle. I just flew to Mexico. It's not where they show it. It's dramatically east-southeast. East. Okay, well, what part of Mexico do you mean? Where did you fly over? So you're saying it's east, southeast. See, I don't know what point to start from, so if you want to send me a private message or something, that'd be cool. Or you could just say it in chat. I'll follow up on it. Just US be bigger, right? Oh, yeah, here. I forgot to add this to the US talk. Hold on. Oh, man, I wish I added this in because I'm... So, look. I type it in. USA land size, 9.834 million square miles. Hold on. 9.834 million square miles. Oh, look at that. I meant to do this earlier. I don't mean to add this in, throw this in there, but 9.985. This was not like this like a week ago. It was not like, I need to get an official count. Okay, I'm making a video on this right away. We're going to follow these numbers. That number, it was not like that. Canada was at like 9.9 and the US was at like 9.1. I mentioned this a week ago or 2 weeks ago. I did it in a live stream. I almost said live scream. Wow. Canada is only like 1 million. Oh no, I'm reading that wrong. 100,000 square miles bigger than... Wait, let me restart that. Canada is only 100,000 square miles bigger than USA. That is insane. That is insane. Oh, yeah, I'm live streaming. I'm like just staring. I'm gonna go on with the comments here. And you guys got some great comments. Thank you very much. Let me get back here because I do want to cover this quickly before the show ends. Alright. I just took a glance. What stands out to me is that North Mexico is bigger and Yucatan Peninsula looks a little weird. It's like South America is being pulled more east. Yes, I agree. You know what? Let me add something. From the whole area that I'm looking at, just different areas of America and Canada, I feel like, I don't know where or what part, but I feel like one area, right? They got pulled this way. Like it used to be like this. Like South America used to be there, then North America here. And then whatever happened, when it happened, this is now like this. And it got pulled this way. And you can see like stretching of Mexico just being pulled. Which would explain why the American border, just in my view, it would explain why we've got the border running like this now rather than like this, and why we got Baja that used to run like this, and now why Mexico used to come almost just straight down, now coming down like that. Very good observation, Riley. Thank you very much for that contribution. I think it's going to be added in my next video. Contribution, I said that wrong. A shrinking planet would explain time speeding up. Yes, indeed. Or a smaller planet. I don't know if the planet's shrinking or if we're moving to a smaller planet, because those are two different things. But yes, definitely. Either way, it doesn't matter. It's smaller. Yes, it was change time for sure. Thank you for that. Ninja Cat. Ninja Cat. Poles are shifting. Yeah, that could be a thing for sure. Jennifer Norris says, about when did you start noticing, accepting the fact that the land borders and things were moving and changing? Is this something that freaked you out, or was it more interesting? Everything's interesting. Everything's interesting to me. Nothing freaks me out. Like, A horror movie might freak me out. The shootings we hear about, those freak me out. But Mandela changes, I haven't met one that freaked me out. They more just astonish me. I'm excited when I come across these things. I'm very excited. I believe, I truly believe, those that see it, and I wish everybody could. Believe me, I wish everybody could. Those that see it are witnessing the change, are witnessing something better happening, you know? So I lost my train of thought there because I'm thinking about 1,000 things. But I believe what I'm seeing is something great. So no matter what, even if it is a weird change, like when you see the cough syrup 666, I'm not going to sit there and be like, wow, cool, that's so cool. I'm like, damn, really? 666? I'm not afraid of it. I'm not like, oh my God, I'm nervous. Or I'm just like, really? Cough syrup 666? But thank you for asking me that, Jennifer Norris. Have a great day. So not only is South America going east, North America is going west. Yeah, that's that. Yeah, we were just talking about that for sure. It seems like that. Seems like that. And maybe what we're seeing right here in the middle, you see all this action right here. Look at the ocean floor. We can't just look at the surface. We have to look at the ocean floor as well. It seems like, you know what this looks like? It's like something got torn apart. You know, like if skin was to be pulled apart, it's got to rip somewhere. I don't know why I said skin, but because I'm seeing the surface of the earth and I see skin because we're humans and we have skin. I'm just saying the surface looks like it got pulled apart there. You know what I mean? Which would kind of go in hand with this. Let me know what you think on that. I gotta look into that more. Yeah, the stream did go away and you guys came back. Okay, thank you for letting me know that. T. Curtis, is North America tilting southeast? Is North America tilting southeast? No. America's still straight like this. This is the official position right here. It's still straight up. I would say Mexico is the one that's changing. Mexico and Florida and Baja. I mean, look at the tip of Texas. It used to just go straight down. But when you look at the tip of Texas now, it's out going that way. Not dramatic like that, but it's now pointed. It's got a direction. It's kind of like our coccyx, eh? The tailbone. It's doing the same thing our tailbone's doing. It's going inwards. Sorry, hold on. So I had to cough terribly. I'd like to thank everybody for joining in today. Appreciate it so very, very, very much. Sherry Stein's asking, do you know anything about New Island off North Carolina? I'm curious because I'm from around that area. Let's take a look. But I mean, if there's any islands there, it's because this whole place is receding and there's going to be a lot of land changes. North Carolina, New Island. Let's see. I'm going to assume it's on the inside of this place. We're going to see a lot of little islands like this, maybe. I don't know which one you're talking about. But it would make sense that there's new little land patches appearing everywhere with water receding, keep the land pulling back, the water rushing in, the land pulling back, you know, because the land is a terrain like this, you know, so, yeah. If you could give me the name of that island, that'd be great. Sorry for the dead air. I'm just reading the last of the comments. I don't want to forget anybody. All right. Woo, finally made it to the bottom. Yes. Thank you for reminding me about the painting. I'm definitely going to get back on that. It's not, it's the organizing of the living room and everything. And the reason why that came to a halt is because I had to make room for seeds. I started sowing seeds. It's that time of year now here in Canada where there's still snow outside, but you start preparing for when the snow melts. So I started seeding. I've got all kinds of vegetables going. I did this. I should have made a video on it, but I'm going to show it after. But that took over everything because you need to time that perfectly. So when the snow melts, the seedlings are popped. They're ready to go on the ground, and you take advantage of that because you get a very short time to plant food here in Ottawa or in Canada. So I did that all week. So I had to go buy new shelves, bought them. Got a whole bunch. It's fun. I love seeding. It's so much fun. My cat's always around, messing everything up, trying to bat everything around. So... Oh, cool. You started seeding too. Cool. Yeah, so just the painting is a new thing for me. It's going to be really hard to get into that full time and like be consistent at it because it's a new thing and I do really enjoy it. So thank you. Keep bugging me about that, please. Also, you're not bugging me. I mean, keep asking me about that. Thank you. Oh, thank you for saying Carl Sagan. I was trying to remember his name the other day. And I wanted to watch more on him because he was saying some real interesting things a while ago and I totally forgot about him. But he was saying some really cool stuff. I don't know anything about him. I'm not promoting him whatsoever. I remember watching something on him and I was like, wow. I forget what he was demonstrating. I remember one of his he was showing something with glass or plastic or like with the type of environment we were living in, you know. Anyway, I don't want to talk crap, make shit up, so I'm gonna go watch that. Thank you for bringing that up. Hold on here. What about the Sistine Chapel? What about it? What about it? Troy says, being from Florida, we used to go to Lake... Oh, I'm going to say this wrong. Okeechobee. And I remember it being huge. Now it's much smaller, not so predominant. Wait, you remember this being much bigger? Wait, let me read that again. It is huge. A lot of people are saying this has gotten bigger. I remember it being smaller. Very interesting. I remember this lake being smaller. I remember it being there, but I don't remember it being this large. I've always looked at Florida a lot. I've always wanted to go to Miami. I watch a lot of... One of my favorite things I like to do is I love watching drug cartel documentaries. I don't know what it is. I'm just fascinated with that type of lifestyle. I used to, like, when I got into it, they'd be like, and they would go down this road, and he got shot here, and he was assassinated here. I used to come to Florida all the time and look it up and watch these drug cartel shows. I'd be like, where did they drop off the drugs? I was so curious as to where they would, like, fly the planes over. I was like, how did they get it over the border so easily? So I was in Florida a lot, like, on Google Earth. That big patch of water was never there. I would have noticed that as I was scanning Miami a lot. So, interesting that was much larger for you. Oh, hold on, I gotta read a comment up there. I don't want to forget it. They responded. Oh yeah, the Sistine Chapel with God and Adam, right? The fingers touching, because it used to be like this. Wait, if you're looking at me, it's like this, but now it's like this. Totally agree. Sorry for the dead air. Just reading. Sometimes I'm slow at reading, and sometimes I'm very fast. Today I'm very slow. No problem, Clarissa. All right. So I'm going to close off with Atlantis, because there's a lot happening in the world, particularly in the oceans. You guys could see this for yourself if you've been following this channel, or a lot of people are seeing this all over now. You don't even need my channel anymore. You could see that islands are popping up all over the Pacific and the Atlantic. Okay. Whether they be atolls or actual islands. But what's happening up here is very close at heart to a lot of us through history. A lot of us are tied to the lost continent of Atlantis. A lot of us are fascinated with this idea. This story was placed in a mythology category and has been for a long time. When movies get made about this, they're usually put under science fiction. But what we see here is, and like I said, man, you got a lot of people going, this is Google Earth, this is a computer program, the land didn't move, it's always been like that, you guys are on, they can mess with you, you know? I'm like, yeah, bet you $20 you could catch a plane to this island right here. I'm just gonna pick a random island. Pico Island, bet you $20. Actually, no, I won't bet you $20. Maybe there's a no-fly zone there. But you could fly somewhere in this world and see that, okay? You could fly. And that, oh, who left that comment? Please, I forgot what comment I read. You were saying you were flying over Mexico and it wasn't where they said it was. Please leave another comment, you know? But you could fly these places. Like this gentleman here said. He said he flew over here and it's not where it is. I'm like, wow, send me pictures. But a lot of these places, you go there. These places are like that. You could go to this hook, which never been there, which was never there before. It's now there. You can touch these things. So you could go to these islands now, like the Canary Islands. I can't remember if I've ever heard of the Canary Islands. It seems like I should have, and it rings a bell. Does it ring a bell for you guys? Just like the word Canary Islands. They do. They kind of do. But what you're seeing here now is land forming. Right here, right here, and right here. In combination, now remember, continents are huge. Okay, continents are big. Like, look how big Africa is. Look how big this, Eurasia. Look how big Russia is. I know Russia isn't a continent, but look how big North America. Look how big South America. Look how big these continents are. What's going to happen when, because I'm seeing Greenland on this side grow everywhere. Everywhere. Now I have to go back and rethink because we just, I was like, oh my God, the land's receding and it's growing in areas. I got to go back here. I'm pretty sure, I know that Greenland is not the same shape it used to be. Now I have to go back and see, is it growing in areas? Is it shrinking? I think it's growing right here. I'm going to tie this in with Atlantis. Watch. Okay? I have to look into this more. I don't know if Greenland is shrinking or growing because I'm seeing the tributaries everywhere and now the light blue stuff, and that looks like the east coast of America. But what I don't see any light blue stuff. Oh, that's awesome. That's wicked. I thought I was going to see light blue stuff. This side is growing. Awesome. So what you got here is the continents are huge. How do we know? This is growing. This is growing. Iceland is reaching out towards Greenland. You've now got all these islands right here. That never used to be like that. These are all new to me. Okay? And now we've got the Canary Islands here. And then we got this. Sorry for all the moving around and going all over the place. But watch this now. Watch this. What we could be witnessing now is a new continent. I'm just give a take here. But we don't know yet. It's not over. And I'm going to show you why I think this stuff. And I don't know where to go after this. I'll just go like this. You know what I mean? But continents are big. Okay, they're not tiny. And I am not saying this is the next size whatsoever. I'm just giving an example. But we're seeing a lot of things change in the world. Look at the Eye of the Sahara. What is this? This is not natural to land formation. Like, find me more places like this on the earth. How does this go with tectonic plates? What is this place? A lot of people, when you look at pictures of city Atlantis, okay, this is what you usually see. Look at this. They usually draw it in a circular formation. You got the center point, like the bullseye, then you got these canals or large rivers, or whatever they call them, sorry. But it's in a circular pattern. Look at this. This is perfect. Okay. I mean, I love this. And look at the, there's mountains around here. Now, I know this is a drawing and a depiction of it, but you will find that most stories, when they're talking about the structure of City of Atlantis, that it's a circular structure with water all around it, and blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Oh, Lord, I got like so many things open here. Hold on. There you go. So I'm looking into this now. Atlantis Islands breathes. Look, just picture after picture after picture. And these are all from different people. Why are they all drawing the same stuff? Why are they all drawing the same thing? Now, I get it that that's just the way the story's told and that's how it is, which is great. That's great. But why is it? I should be asking this. Why is this matching up to the City of Atlantis in this City of Atlantis region? Here, I'm going to show you guys something else to add more to this. If I could find the file. Hold on. Desert water. Look at this. You see all these nodes? Look at this. See those nodes flashing? This is a desert. This is a desert. You guys got to remember the equator used to run right through the Sahara Desert. Let me turn this view on. I could go hours and hours. It looks like I am. The equator used to run through the Sahara. That's why it was so hot there. Look where the equator is running through now. The middle of where it's all green, like dead, dense green. The greenest part of Africa. It's running through there. The Sahara Desert was really hot because of where the equator was. The Tropic of Cancer, where it is now. Look at that. So what's going to happen when you have a desert that was on the equator, just hot. Hottest place on Earth. Actually, no, I think Arizona had the hottest place on Earth. But Regardless, just hot. What do you think's going to happen to that environment when it gets shoved up into a cold region? I was telling people that Canada is being engulfed by lots of lakes. Okay? Well, Africa is now in a wet area. Africa is now, the Sahara Desert right here is now where Ottawa used to be. In a wet environment. Where it snows and rains a lot. Where we have winters and summers. Let me show you why. Look at this. Let me turn off this thing. Look. Water. I don't know if this is actual water. I tried looking for pictures on here, but Google Earth took away all those pictures now. You can't see that from up there. But I, being the type of person I am, love zooming in on ordinary blank spots like this. And I go, oh, I wonder what's there. And I zoomed in one day and then boom, I saw all these little patches of water. I'm like, what? That's how much time and boring this is. Like, this is, you have to have like patience to do this. But when I go all over Africa, look at this. This is northern Africa where the Sahara Desert was. Why is it all water now? All these little ones. Look at this. Look at this. See all the blue lines? It's water. Look at that. Sahara Desert, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on? Look, I'm going to zoom in on another spot. Now I'm all up for some of this actually being vegetation. I'm all up for that. But again, we shouldn't have that much vegetation. Where there's vegetation, there's water. There's a cycle. So, let me know what you guys think on that. What's going on? We got the water turning into land, and land turning into water. We're going to catch up with comments, and then I'm going to end it after that. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for joining today. My God. Thank you. Oh, yeah, I'm reading things to myself. I should be reading these out loud. An SA guy, this is from Teresa, an SA guy actually discovered the millions of stone circles made from veldspore, which rings when tapped. What? I'm writing that one down. Did you spell that right? Veldspore? And this is perfect, and I'll tell you why. Because you're talking about the Anu. And I'm going to be talking about that soon. I'm having people on, and this is what I'm doing with guests, you know. I'm going to bring certain people on, and the type of person I bring on, we're going to talk about specific things before they come on. And I've already got 3 people lined up. They've agreed. Before they come on, I'm going to give them a list of what we're going to be talking about. It's going to be structured that way. We're not just going to be like, hey, blah, blah, blah. Just, you see the price of butter lately? No, we're going to talk about Anunnaki. We're going to talk about giants, Nephilim. What are they? Who are they? Are they good? Are they bad? Thank you for saying that, because I get to add that to it. So. Oh yeah, the god of mooning. Yeah, good on money bags. I don't mean to laugh at any type of religion or the type of art that's being portrayed to talk about a religion or represent it. It's just a funny thing. I saw it and I giggled and I'm laughing at it, but I'm just like, that's like getting mooned. What's going on here? Wait, Teresa, the Eye of the Sahara could possibly be where Atlantis is or was. Plato puts Atlantis flat bang on the eye. Exactly. So I'll just add to this. The pillars of Hercules, correct me if I'm wrong, they were somewhere in here. I don't know exactly where. I don't want to talk about it, but again, I'm doing more research into this. And it's all matching up perfectly. Everything that's being said. I remember the Canary Islands from before. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I remember the name Canary Islands. That's why it does resonate with me. So it's cool. I'm glad to hear that. Bermuda Triangle moved. Yep, sure did. Everybody's sowing seeds. Yes. Guys, take interest in growing food. Grow your own food. And if you live in an apartment building or if you live in a house that doesn't have a big backyard, you can still grow in pots, you know. The apartment building might be tough if you're facing north, you know, or if you don't face the sun, but there's always a way. If there's a will, there's a way. Thanks, Nez. Lone always has a great chat. Thank you. The Last Supper's changed again. Yep. I imagine things are always going to change. The same things, that just keep changing. They keep changing. Just like the Thinker. Look at the Thinker. He went from, I think it was this, to this, to this. And I also agree that his elbow was on this leg, but now it's on the other leg. That he's sucking on his fist. So yeah, we're going to see the same thing keep morphing, you know what I mean? That's cool. That's interesting. Glad you brought that up. South Pole is smaller. You guys want to see something cool about Antarctica and how it's changed? The arm is much skinnier and longer now. That's the one thing I noticed immediately. Yeah, definitely. It's starting to show color. Here's the thing with Antarctica. I did the North Pole and South Pole video. When I did that, I had to look for the exact spot where the North Pole was. And I can see right here, right? You can see how everything's joining together right here. You see that? I would put a pin. I put a pin right there. And I was like, oh, that was easy. But then when I went to the South Pole, it was tough because there was nothing, there was no definition. It was just white. It was just a sheet of white. They had no it seemed like they didn't really go there, and they had no ground texture. There was no mountains. There was nothing. It was just a sheet of white. Now I could see mountain ranges. I could see that inside of all of these tributaries and, I hope I'm using the right word. What's the other word? Deltas and tributaries. You're seeing green, or maybe not green, but you're seeing like dark. It's starting to get dark now. There are places that are actually green, This is one of the videos that I have coming out. You guys are going to see this. But again, I urge everybody else to put the story out there, but you're starting to see the snow melt or ice. You know what I mean? Just look at the different type of textures. Now, with the snow melting, it could give the illusion of it shrinking, because look where the border is here. You see the land is actually right here. You see the yellow line, and right here is all snow. You know what I mean? So if it does start melting, then it's going to give the illusion of it getting smaller. But that's something. I'm doing a video on that anyway. Thanks for bringing that up. Thank you for joining, Jenny Luna. Just finishing up the comments here. Okay, I wanted to end with this. The circle, wait, I'll just add this. The circle is also the labyrinth stories of Minotaur in middle of the path. Cool. I'll definitely look into that. Long they've been smuggling drugs for thousands of years. Yep. Oh, here I go again, reading inside my mind. I should be reading these out loud. All right, everybody. Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about this. I'm going to bring this up in the video. It's very important. I already have it marked down in another piece of paper for another video, but the land has moved, not the equator has moved. And we have to be, and I'm not like, well, we do just have to be careful with the words we use because we don't want to like give people an edge on us, you know? We have to be careful because I say this all the time. I always say that. Oh, the Tropic of Cancer's moved. I make no, those lines did not move. That's why I'm tracing the grid around America. You know what I mean? Because the grid cannot move. The grid is a numerical system that man has made up to keep track of coordinates on Earth so that we may move around on it without getting lost, you know, and to help map the world. See, look at this right here. See, caught America moving. I would not do that, okay? Caught America moving. Right on the mountain range. Look at that. It's going right through the mountains. Just right at the tip of the shore there. Boom. Caught America moving. Now I forget what I was saying. Oh my God. What was I saying? Oh yeah. The lines are not moving. It's the land that's moving. So I get it. I say this all the time. I'm like, the equator moved. I'm like, oh, wait. Let me correct myself. The land moved. The equator does not move. It's a set position. It cannot move unless we change the math or the numbers and how this number system works. It's Mexico has moved, or the Caribbeans have moved, you know. I just wanted to bring that up. And I'm going to end with this, because I keep forgetting to talk about this. I'd like to say thank you to everybody for joining today, you know. All the sons and daughters, brothers and mothers, brothers and sisters, everybody, aunts and uncles. Listen, you see this prime meridian? Whoops. It used to be over here. Oh, hold on. The prime meridian used to run on this side of the world. Right there. Okay. I can't speak on it too much because I don't know enough about the prime meridian, but I did find some old world residuals, photographs of the chakra system. It's amazing how many chakra systems this planet has. I was unaware of that, you know, like the Hawaiian Islands was like, I knew about that, but then this world has like many chakra systems. Chakra. But the prime meridian used to run through Africa like this, but now it's running over here, as you can see, the yellow line. That's changed big time. I'll be bringing that up, but I wanted to bounce that off you guys because I want to get more information on that. You just need people's memories to be sparked. So, whoa, hold on. Woo! Is anybody's ears ringing right now? Wow, it's one of those ones, huh? Usually there's a light ear ringer and you're like, oh yeah. That one was like, usually when that happens, I look outside. Nothing. All right, guys. That's the end of the show. That was a long show. Thank you very much. I had a lot of fun. I was kind of making up for yesterday. TGIF, I guess. No, it is TGIF. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for logging on today. I will pop on again this afternoon just for 10 or 15 minutes. It's not going to be a show. I'm trying to run music in the background. Certain music that I'm allowed to run, it says I can play it on monetized videos. So I'm going to run a small test this afternoon. I don't know what time exactly, but when I get my things together. So if you see me on, it's only going to be on for a short bit. But I'll be doing that. What else? I'll be back on Monday. Hopefully, I'm trying to get Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And I'm trying to get all those mornings in. It's easy. I'm here every morning. I could do this. I work at night or in the evening, so it doesn't matter. I'm trying to do that more. Next Wednesday. Okay? Definite show. Okay? And I'm having a guest on. Super huge guest. I'm not going to say who, but you're going to want to tune in for this. I'm not trying to clickbait or anything. It's going to be a good show, so stay tuned for that. That's awesome. Like I said, when I bring these guests on, and it's going to be on the AM, so stay tuned for that. 11 a.m. Wednesday. Mark that down. When I bring these guests on, we're going to have specific things we're going to talk about, okay? And it's going to be fun. I'm trying to format this properly, so yeah, I guess that's the end of it. We're going to go have a good weekend. You guys have a good weekend, all right? And I love you, love yourself, love your neighbor, guys. Thank you so very much for joining. I love this so much. I love logging on. I no longer get nervous. It's a great thing. It's becoming habitual. It's becoming a thing now for me. I love it. I love talking to you guys. So remember, just love everybody, man. And if you see like negative videos come out, just try and send them love. It's tough. I sent Buddy love yesterday. You know who I'm talking about. I'm not calling out people. It's not a thing. I don't start beefs. I don't do that. But when you see that, just send them love. There's a lot of ugliness going on in the world today, man. I see it all over Facebook. So stay strong, everybody. You're gonna see it everywhere you go. Just keep your head up. Don't fall into it. Don't feed into it. It's very important. Don't feed into it. Don't feed into it. Peep the game. All right, guys, I love you, love yourself, love your neighbor, and thank you for joining. I'll see you on the next shift. Peace. Oh, that was a terrible ending. Good, everybody. This is Lone Eagle 112358. Thank you for joining me today. I appreciate it so very, very, very much. Really do. I really do. Oh, camera fell. Hold on a sec here. I'm out of breath. I'm running around all my house, doing things at the last minute. A 10 minutes, s'il vous plaît. I always run behind. I'm that type of person that does everything at the last minute. You know, can't help it. Been doing it my whole life. But thank you very much for joining. Just let me catch my breath, please. Wow. Ran up and down the stairs like 5 times in the last minute. I'm like, oh, I forgot this. Oh, I forgot that. Also, I just finished training. Well, I was doing like body warm-up exercises and tried to meditate, but couldn't get that off, so... See here, let me fix up this window. Okay, that looks good. Sorry for the lateness. Hope everybody's got their water today. I'll start the show off very shortly. Oh, where's my phone? Here we go. I apologize for not running the show yesterday. Life happened at the last minute, so had to take care of business, but, you know, what can you do? Eh? What are you gonna do, huh? Cheers. Let me see what's up with chat. 10 minute. Good morning to everybody. I'll give a shout out shortly. All right, here, like, oh yeah. Just make sure my ringer's off so I'm not interrupted. Oh, it's 11:11. It's 11:11. Well, my phone says it's 11:11. Hold on here. What's the computer say? Oh, it's 11:11. What a perfect time to start the show. What a perfect time. I'm just going to jibber jabber here for 5 minutes and then I'm going to start talking about what I've got on this piece of paper. Wherever that went. I'm so unorganized. I apologize. But a lot has happened, man. Like this morning I woke up to an amazing Mandela. And I cannot wait to share this with you guys. It's on Tech Before It's Time. It's on... everybody's favorite series. I cannot wait. I'm going to spend all day putting this together and it's going to be pretty cool. It's going to be pretty cool. Has nothing to do with photography or pictures. You know, and I'm really excited. Whew, sorry, I was just doing air squats, like body squats. Well, I was holding actually 20 pounds in each hand, but I just did a bunch and I was like, oh my God, I got 5 minutes. So I did a whole bunch. So I'm still like breathing heavy and sweating. In 10 minutes. All right. Here, I'm gonna pin some islands. We're going to do this for about 5 minutes. I'm going to pin some islands, ladies and gentlemen. I'll pop in on the chat and then give a shout out. Then we'll start the show. Hope everybody's week is going well or went well. TGIF. Oh, I heard a ring. Someone subscribed. I heard a ring. Man, it's too bad there's a delay because I like to get on those right away. Allison Sage, thank you for joining the channel. Welcome to the jungle. Yeah, man, I saw that video this morning. I'm glad someone, and she's really good at covering Mandela's like in-depth information. It's like one of my favorite videos. Like I just loved all the information in it. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. You know, but that's crazy. Like seriously, 666. Do you know that? Through this whole time that I've been watching satanic videos and how Hollywood is satanic and how this number 666 666 is everywhere, and how this is the sign as well. And I don't mean to throw that up. I'm just showing an example, but it's just the people would have used that as an example. You know what I mean? The people would have used that as an example. You know? They're like, look, it's everywhere. Like, we would have heard about that through satanic videos, documentaries, all these YouTube videos that we all watched as we all became awoke. Awoke. We would have heard about 666. Cough syrup. Telling you. That blew my mind. When I saw that link, when someone sent me that picture, I knew that it just solidifies everything. Like, I'm already 100% on the wagon anyway. I don't need any more solidification, but man, that just another nail in the coffin. Unbelievable. Cough syrup 666. Give me a break. Let me know what you guys think on that. What was I doing? Hope everybody's got their coffee. One cream, one sugar. I applaud those that drink black coffee, by the way. Good job. I'm working on it. I used to take a lot of cream and a lot of sugar. I'm working on it. See how fun this is? You know what's a good channel to watch? Sorry, I don't mean to leave dead air. You know what's a good channel to watch for like weather and stuff like that, and for world anomalies and changes that are happening? Is Mr. Hold on here, because I really wanted to share this with you guys. I'm pretty sure you guys already know about this channel anyway. He's very active, but I wanted to share this with you because I'm going to be making a video, and I get a lot of the information from this gentleman, so I want to put his name out there. He's got a really, really good channel. Mr. MBB333. This guy's on top. He puts out like 3 videos a day. He gets a lot of info from people. A lot of people tune in on him, email him. A lot of people send him on the spot news changes, world changes. If you want to be up to date with what's going on in the world, this is your guy. His channel has inspired me to look further into the weather changes and the anomalies, and one of them is the water receding. You guys know about this, right? appreciate it so very, very much. I really do. So thank you. TGIF. Oh, don't mean to scream in the mic. Let me push that one back there a bit. But yeah, I should release this Tech Before It's Time video by tonight. I just came across it this morning. I just downloaded a whole bunch of videos. I'm on it, and it's pretty cool, actually. It's pretty cool. So that's a channel update. Oh yeah, what am I doing here? Oh yeah, the Caribbeans. Boom. Let's continue. Oh yeah, I need to turn on something else. La la. And I think I found a solution to this dead air. I'm gonna try it out on the next live stream. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna try a live stream around 2 o'clock today, and it's only gonna be about 5 or 10 minutes long. I found like a shortcut to play music. Well, it's not a shortcut actually. It's just a cool way. There's this channel. It's called No Copyright Graphics, and then there's No Copyright Music, and another one. I forget what it's called, audio or something. And you're allowed to use these songs for free. It's the ones I use on all my videos. Whenever you hear me use a song in one of my videos, it's from one of those channels. But I totally forgot. And in it, it says if you're monetizing, you can use it. So I'm like, oh, cool. I'll use this music as background music. They got some really cool yoga stuff. Good mind settling music, grounding you, you know, which would be kind of good for you all day. I listen to that stuff all day. I used to have rap and rock and roll playing in the background all the time. Now it's only like Zen music, and it totally changes your whole surroundings, your whole atmosphere, the energy. And I highly suggest everyone else to give it a try if you haven't already. Just gonna ping some islands here, because that's what I be doing at the beginning of these shows from now on. Start the show with some pinning of the islands. Slowly get that one done. I'll just zone out a bit and chit chat. For everybody that's just tuning in, that's after the live stream, you could probably fast forward. Look in the comments. I'll leave a timestamp so you don't have to see this if you do not want. To everybody that's live, thank you very much for tuning in. I appreciate it so very much. Very, very, very much. See how exciting this is? It's oodles of fun. Yo, did you guys... Yo, someone sent me a link to that cough syrup 666. Let's talk about something while I pin these islands. Isn't that crazy? That cough syrup affected collective did that video on 666. Someone sent me a link to that, you know, probably that same day, and I was like, this is too much, man. This is too much. Cough syrup 666. Are you serious? Man. Oh, it's in the wrong file. Oh well, I'll move it later.